Are you stupid or something? You probably are, and buddy, that's alright. You're in the right place to learn some stuff, so stick around and you just might. My name is Notme, and I'll be asking some Q's, and at the end you'll be riddled with A's. You might score real high, but even if not, you'll sure be glad you played. If you're looking for prizes, just move along, there's no money for you to earn. You win by trying and doing your best, your prize is the stuff you learn. If you want to be an artiste, you have to know all you can about the world of art. So engage with this quiz, and at the end you'll say, I am smart.
I am not me. I am art. And I am your host for I am smart. The quiz where people compete for the right to say, I am smart. Yeah? Back home, back in the void with the lines and everything. It's lovely being on holiday, isn't it? It's lovely being on holiday. It's also lovely to come back home. Lovely to come back home where there's a more stable internet connection and just things that you can trust. How are we, everybody? Girl Sarah Kilch and Killer, how are you? I hope you're learning well. Thank you for joining me. By engaging with this quiz, you're accepting that you don't know everything, yeah? You don't know everything, and that's fine. No one does. For instance, who decided that the phrase to let people know that it was raining quite heavily was, it's raining cats and dogs? I don't know. I don't have that information. But if you're anything like me, you don't know everything, because you spend less time thinking and more time feeling, yeah? For instance, I feel like the person who first said it was just speaking to a group of animals made up of felines and canines. It wasn't, it's raining cats and dogs. It was more, it's raining cats and dogs. Sure, maybe not, but it's what I feel, yeah? So I can't be wrong. TB Douglas, how are you? How are you? Gosh, everybody's here. The whole gang. And, you know, potentially others as well. Hello, anyone who's watching on YouTube. Anyone commented? No, never mind. The format of the quiz, for those who haven't been here before, it's really very simple, very straightforward. 5 rounds, 5 questions, 5 musings, 30 points overall. All you'll need for this quiz is something to write with, something to write on. Could be your phone, could be a pen and paper, could be an old piece of parchment and a mysterious cursed quill. You'll also need a brain for thinking and an imaginosphere for feeling, because we test both of these things on this quiz. You'll also need a beverage for toasting. We always like to start this show with a beverage, just brings people together. I've got my absurdly large water beaker because, you know, hydration's important, guys. Yeah? It's what your brain drinks. But it brings the group together, so I hope you've all got your beverages at the ready so that you can join me in this toast. Here we go. Let's go for it. Here we go. To me, oh, I shouldn't put it in front of my face, should I? This is what people have shown up to see. Gosh. To me, to you, to those who love Mountain Dew. I mean, I think you're crazy, but maybe you're the right kind of crazy. Cheers. That's wonderful. Double dip for that first one, please. Nourishing. Woo! Everybody's ready. Cheers. Finish my wine. Killer. It's only 6 p.m. where I am. Where you are, I'm not necessarily sure, but anyway, who's ready for a first bit of quiz? Let's do it. Cheers to you all. In order to be a great artiste, of course, you must discern lies from the truth. I'm going to give you 5 statements. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you 5 statements. But do you believe me? Because I might be lying. If you do believe me, you write yay. If you don't believe me, you write nay. It's like true or false, but legally distinct. It's my thing. I came up with it. And as ever, this round's subject was chosen by the winner of last week's quiz. Last week it was Killer, who dominated, as I recall, only missing a few points, stormed to victory, and chose... What did Killer choose? Chose Cate Blanchett. Hollywood's most handsome woman Cate Blanchett. So let's all get our thinking caps on. Let's get on with our quiz, shall we? The first statement of which is this. Cate Blanchett is Australian. We all know that. We all know that. But she was actually born in Papua New Guinea, which is just off the coast of Australia, off the northern coast of Australia. She's actually born in Papua New Guinea. Was she? Is that the truth, or is it fiction? Do you believe that? Yay or nay? Write down your answer. It's a binary choice. You've only got two options here. It keeps it nice and simple as we ease into the quiz. Number 2, Cate Blanchett has portrayed multiple queens of England on film. Multiple. Film. Queens. England. These are the facts of the case as I'm presenting them to you. I'm looking very purple this week, aren't I? Very purple indeed. I messed with that colour correction. Maybe messed with it a little bit too much. But there we go. She's portrayed multiple queens of England on film. Oh, I know that she's portrayed one. That's not the question, guys. That's not the question. Multiple, meaning a more than one. Yeah? That's question 2. Question 3, what have we got? Cate Blanchett is a global beauty ambassador for Giorgio Armani. Am I pronouncing that right? Giorgio Armani? Giorgio. She's a global beauty ambassador. I don't know what that role would entail. Going to other planets? I mean, if she's the global one, or would it just be other companies and meeting their beauty ambassadors? Or maybe she has an office in other companies to talk about the beauty needs of Giorgio Armani? I don't know. I'm not sure. That's not what we're dealing with here. Giorgio. Question 4. Cate Blanchett is the only person to win an Oscar for playing somebody who won an Oscar. Okay? So Cate Blanchett plays a character. That character is based on is a real person. Does the misspelling matter? Misspelling? Giorgio. What did you write? With an I. Oh, is it with an I? No, only mistakes, guys. Only mistakes. The spelling error does not matter. No. It is referring to the Giorgio Armani that we all know and love, let's say. Cate Blanchett is the only person to win an Oscar for playing someone who won an Oscar. Someone who wins an Oscar, then they become a part in a subsequent film. Cate Blanchett plays that part, wins an Oscar. Is that true? And if so, is she the only person to do it? God, there's a lot up in the air with that one. And the final question here, Cate Blanchett has played Elf Queen Galadriel. This is a Hobbit film, you know, all the Lord of the Rings stuff. 6 times. 6 times she's played Elf Queen. Did she show up 6 times? 6 times? 5 times? 4 times? 3 times? 7 times? This is what's at stake here, guys. This is what's at stake. Cate Blanchett has played Elf Queen Galadriel. And I'm going to give you this one. She has played Galadriel. That is the right name of the character. I might get, fashion moguls spelt wrong. But when it comes to, nerdy stuff, I know that all the nerds are... So I wanted to make sure I'd got that one right. 6 times, though. Yay or nay? And that's the end of the statements. That's the end of the statements for yay or nay. We're burning through this already, guys. Gosh. But is that it for this round? No. Musing. If you had to be related to Cate Blanchett, what relation would you like her to be? What relation? And a Y. A Y would be nice. What relation would you like to be to Cate Blanchett? How would you like to have her in your family? It's your call, guys. It's your call. While you consider that, I'm going to play this music, and I want you guys to let me know if you can hear it in a kind of a quiet fashion, not at all or too loud. Okay? Just going to play a bit of music. It's called Soul and Luna by Harris Heller from the album Certain Shades of Blue. What's the audio leveling like on this, guys? When you reach out to me, why don't you let me know? And also, if you had to be related to Cate Blanchett, what relation would you like it to be to you? Can't hear it. Can't hear that at all. Okay, let's try. Let's wait for another one. Let's make sure we get this. It's nice and quiet from Killer. So we've got dissenting views here. Well, that makes it really confusing, guys. Come on, I'm looking for a unified front here. Solar Vibes by Insidia. Maybe that's the point. You tricksy swines. Okay. So I made that a lot louder there. Nice and quiet. Maybe we'll go up to a 30. Maybe we'll go up to a 30. Anyway, we're not dealing with that now. Gosh. We're moving on to the next round, aren't we? Moving on to that next round. Which this week is turn it up already. Yeah, I did turn it up a little bit. And we'll get to that later. It'll be fine. So what have we got for okay. What have we got for the round 2? Oh, it's going to be good. This is a good one, actually. This is a good one. You're going to enjoy this one. I mean, you enjoy them all. Good Lord. Look at me. Movie posters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you 5 movie posters, all from the decade of the 90s. But what I've done is I have covered up the title of the film with the word Notme. Okay? With the word Notme. All I need is the actual title of the film. That's all I need. Okay? That's all I need. Some of them are pretty easy. Hopefully one or two will give you a little bit of a challenge. We want this to be an intellectually rigorous quiz. So let's see what we've got. Here's got poster number 1. Poster number 1. What's that? You see it's got Warren Beatty in it. Rigor, says T.B. Douglas. Absolutely. We want that rigor. We want the kind of divide between rigor and accessibility to be, it's a tightrope, isn't it? It's a tightrope. I feel like maybe last week I got didn't hit you with the rigor enough. Some pretty high scores last week. That reflects on me as the question master. Anyway, sorry, we're talking about this quiz, aren't we? Warren Beatty, now playing everywhere in Notme. No, we know that's not true, but what's the real title of the film? That's number 1. Number 2. Ooh, Chris Farley and David Spade star in Notme? I don't believe so. I don't believe that's the actual name of the film. But what is the real name of the film? What is it? What's it called? Casting your minds back over 20 years now, guys. Let's not forget, over 20 years. This is a little bit of a test. See how we're all doing with that. I don't like that down there. Look at that. It's not... The green screen's kind of noodling around a little bit. Don't like that. I wonder if there's anything I can do. Maybe let's try it. So that's number 2. Number 3. Ooh, some chicks in the rain. Women. But yeah. Starring in Notme. Is that what the film's called? It's not. Let's try and see if we can noodle around with this light. That's a bit better. I like that. Okay, yeah. Well done, Notme. So that's poster 3. Poster 4. I don't know bad movie, says Killer. Yikes. That's a statement right there. That's a statement. TB is doing terribly. Well, that's a shame, TB. That's a shame. Maybe this one's a little bit easier for you. There's him, there's her, there's those three at the bottom. But what's that film called? Not Me? Don't be so silly. Of course it's not called Not Me. I've told you before. For all of these, none of these are called Not Me. That is an illusion that I've played on your minds. That's number 4. Nailed that one, but hated the film. TB's a reviewer all of a sudden. That's number 4. And number 5, I'd say probably my favourite of the 5 that we've got here. The delightful Rachel Lee Cook and the delectable Freddie Prinze Jr. But what's the film called? Killer. I worked in a ritzy Blockbuster and Odeon until 1998. I should do better. This really is your round then, Killer. This really should be your round. I don't think any of these came after 1998. I don't believe, if I can recall trawling through Wikipedia to find them. And that's your 5. That's your 5. I'm going to go through them again nice and quickly. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. In number 5. And then your musing for the movie posters round. Describe the movie poster for your own biopic. Be as detailed or as sparse as you wish. Some kind of key detail. Something that's going to work for your particular biopic. They've made a movie about Killer. They've made a movie about Sarah Kilch. They've made a movie about TB. Obviously, they've got a movie poster for that. What does that poster look like, though? What does that poster look like? Give me some deets. Give me some visual deets, yeah? Take me through it. That's your musing. And that's the end of the movie posters round. Gosh, that's how quick it can be. That's how quick it can be. You know what's number 3? It's always the same. Not Me was excited there. Did you see him? Did you see him? He's very excited because he loves the Look Close round. As per, we'll be watching a video from Not Me's extensive back catalogue. It will be a mini-vid. It will be a mini-vid. As an artiste, you need to keep your eyes open, okay? There is inspiration flying at you at all times. How are you going to feel if a spellbinding idea just passed you by? You didn't even realise because you were too busy daydreaming about apples, yeah? Maybe just one, maybe a whole bushel, but you were daydreaming and you missed it. You're going to be really annoyed. That's how, okay? So I'm about to show you some incredible art, one of my mini-vids. And when I do, look close, because there's going to be questions on it afterwards. Let's see that mini-vid.
I am not me. I am art, and I am questioning. Art asks questions of the world around us and of the people we are. Sometimes the questions are unknowable, like, is there a God? Why are we here? How do you talk to women? Sometimes the questions are more interpretive, like, what does that mean? Or, did somebody get paid to paint that? Or, are you seriously calling that art? And sometimes the question doesn't even need an answer to be art. It's art in and of itself, like this one I'm flinging at you right now. How big are these shorts? I mean, I ordered them online and they were a lot larger than I was expecting when I ordered them, but I've got to tell you guys, I friggin' love them.
Should have put a trigger warning on that. Apologies, guys. I was shirtless, which I know can be troubling for some people. Yeah, that's on me. That's on me, guys. But that was a mini-vid all about questions, some of the questions that art can pose us. But let's ask some questions about the questions, okay? Beauty. Thanks, Killer. That's not why I did it, but I really do appreciate that compliment. Question 1. Notme asks 3 unknowable questions. Just write one of them. That's all I need. I don't need all 3. You can give me all 3 if you want those swagger points, but I really just need one. What's one of those unknowable questions? That's question 1. Question 2. Notme poses the question of whether someone got paid to create a piece of art. But how did they create it? Huh? How did they create that piece of art? Did you get paid to create that art? That's what this is based on, that line. Did you get paid to... Just finish that sentence. And the answer will be yours. Question 3. What piece of clothing is Notme astonished at the size of? This is an easy one. Real easy one, this one. But you know, sometimes they are easy. And the RT Spotlight, I think, is going to be pretty tricky this week. So let's get all the easy ones that we can. I can't read my... Gosh, what is that? What is that? Oh, writing. Okay. Sorry, that emoji really... I was really struggling with that one, guys. Really struggling. But I got there. I got there in the end, and that's the most important thing. Notme is astonished. There we go. Notes. I got it in the end. What piece of clothing is Notme astonished at the size of? That one's easy. If you don't get that one, just get out. No, stay with, but, you know, question. What word appears on the screen at the end of the video? There's a word appears on the screen at the end of the video. What is that word? What is it? And then question 5. What room is the video shot in? What room is that video shot in? And this doesn't require an extensive knowledge of my particular abode. There are clues in the framing. That's what I captured in the mise en scène. Yeah? That's question 5. Easy. Easy, innit? Easy. The musing. What is a question that you don't have the answer to? Oh, that one's deep, not me. Yeah, thank you. It was designed as such. What is a question that you don't have the answer to? It's tricky, right? I'm going to write something to YouTube, just in case anyone's watching. Hello, YouTube. Say hi if you're loving the rigor. Fingers crossed. And that's the look close round. Dibbity done, yeah? Dibbity done. We all know what's coming on round 4. Don't pretend you don't know. It's always the same, with a little twist. Game recognizes game. As an artiste, you have to be willing to shine a light on the work of other artists and be nice about it, yeah? That way, if they want to be polite, and they really should, then they have to say nice stuff about your art. This week, the spotlight shining on a little chap that I think you'll recognize. It's Charlie Chaplin. He's black and white. Obviously, as I said, if you're nice about an artist's work, then they have to be nice about your work as well. Chappers is dead, so that maybe kind of eliminates the point of doing it in that way, because he can't reciprocate. But in my defense, I only realized that after I'd written the questions. I wasn't going to write 5 new questions. Come on. I'm not a machine. So, question 1. What is the name of the iconic character that Chaplin played across almost all of his silent films? All but a handful. Played this, where he played the same character. Same character. Killer's excited about the Chaplin. That's question 1. Question 2. What type of hat does Chaplin wear in the aforementioned role? His iconic role, wearing an iconic hat and carrying a little cane that I always thought, for branding purposes, should have been referred to as a chapstick. Could have had a deal with Neutrogena. I mean, hindsight's 20/20, I suppose, but seems like a missed opportunity. What type of hat does Chaplin wear in the aforementioned role? His most iconic role. You picture him, he's wearing that hat. I kind of want to check him, see if that picture of him over there had that hat on. I think it did, but I don't want to go back because then it would make it too easy. SmART. Yeah, it would be smart. It would be smart. Get your chapstick, and then they could modify it so it's got a little thing at the end. I don't know. I'm not a marketing guy. Could be, though. Question 3. What nationality was Charlie Chaplin? Nice and simple. What nationality was Charlie Chaplin? Has anyone replied to my YouTube comment? No, not so far. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. You stay silent, YouTube. You stay silent, baby. Don't feel bullied into it by me, certainly, into commenting and engaging. Question 4. In which of Chaplin's films did he play dual roles as Jewish Barber and Adenoid Hynkel, not Adolf Hitler? This is a bit of a cheeky question, this one, guys. Bit of a cheeky question. I'm not going to speak too much around it because I think the wording is quite clever here. In which of Chaplin's films did he play dual roles as Jewish Barber and Adenoid Hynkel, not Adolf Hitler? I imagine you either know it or you don't. So let's move on. Question 5. How many times did Chaplin marry a teenager? How many times? It's probably going to be a bit of a shot in the dark, but maybe just think, how many times would it be acceptable for somebody to marry a teenager? And then maybe like add one. He was a great actor, though. Great actor. Great entertainer. And the musing. Whoa, musing. Which actor do you wish worked exclusively in silent films? And you can interpret that however you wish. However you wish to interpret this question, this musing, that's why it's got an M next to it. Which actor do you wish worked exclusively in silent films? TB Douglas says 0, I assume, for the marrying a teenager. Now, let's not forget, TB. Sometimes people are teenagers when they marry teenagers. Is that advisable? That's up to personal judgment. But is it acceptable? Yeah? Just try and keep an open mind. Yeah? I think you'll be surprised at where that gets you. Musing. Which actor do you wish worked exclusively in silent films? Getting on to the final round here. The final round. Killer kind of shot the wad earlier a little bit. But you'd be very pleased to see that it is now that time. That's right, it's not. I wouldn't have enjoyed The Birth of Venus, very famous painting. I wouldn't have enjoyed that painting anywhere near as much had Botticelli not been so knowledgeable about clamshells, yeah? Artists need to know about the world around them, not just art. And so I present this round, the not art round, the n-art. Nart. There we go. Sarah Kilcher's got it. Killer's got it. Nart. It's the Nart round. Killer, I don't get to shoot wads often. You should sometimes. End of a stressful day. Shooting a wad, gosh. That'll really take that edge off. But what is the kind of general theme? What is the subject of this week's Nart round? Connections. Oh, connections. It's this one's a little bit exciting. I'm not going to explain it to you just yet. You'll understand at the end. Question 1. What is the title of the national anthem of the USA? Nice and simple, guys. And I looked up. The flag has like a billion names. National anthem, just one. That's what I'm looking for. National anthem of the USA. If you are USA-ish / American, this is probably going to be a little easier for you. If you are not USA-ish, rest of the worldian is what the Americans would refer to you as. Might be a little trickier, but you've definitely heard it. Probably. That's my guess. That's question 1. Question 2. What popular Korean culinary style involves cooking meat at the table? What's that culinary style? What's it called? There's a Korean chap or chapette lady who was cooking some meat at the table. What kind of culinary style would you be engaging in? That's question 2. Question 3. Which actor has been nominated for Oscars for his portrayals of both Chris Gardner, real-life person, and Muhammad Ali, real-life person, boxer? Kind of comedian as well. Funny chap. One of those worst kind of bullies who kind of makes you laugh as they're punching you in the face. Oh, that's great, Muhammad. Which actor has been nominated for Oscars for his portrayals of Chris Gardner and Muhammad Ali? Q4. What colourful explosives were invented in China around 1000 AD? Let's move that over a little. There we go. Colourful explosives were invented in China around 1000 Anno Domini, which is what AD stands for. A little fun fact for you there. What's that final question? What is the connection between answers 1 to 4? So there's a theme, there's something that links them. One thing that each answer relates to in some way. So if you didn't get any of the first 4s, this is going to be a really tricky question. But the more of the first 4 that you got, the easier it's going to be. It's the connection between answers 1 to 4. Ante Dias. Is that right? All right, here we go. Killer's on one. What does AD stand for? AD stands for the Latin phrase Anno Domini, the year of our Lord. I don't mean to, it doesn't matter who's right or wrong. It doesn't matter who's right or wrong. It just, the truth outs. That's the most important thing. Woo! Nice. And then our musing for this. What's your favourite national anthem? And don't just pick your own one. That's boring. And I'd say a little bit jingoistic, which is something that I've been accused of in the past, so it's a word that I know very well. What's your favourite national anthem? In my opinion, there's a right answer to this one. But the truth is that they're all right answers. But what's your favourite? Think. Do you know what that means, guys? Do you know what that means? Gosh. That means that the questions are over, yeah? Let's celebrate.
I asked you some questions, but now the question part is done. Now let's hear some answers and find out who has won, which is everybody.
There we go. Surfing there on the question over jingle. And here's your free surfing fact. The most surfboards ever stacked on top of a car is 282, set in 1998. I think that's quite clever, actually. You want a Guinness World Record, you pick something that's least likely to be attempted, yeah? Invent a record, even. Because the group of surfers that put 282 surfboards on a car and drove it like 30 feet or something, they are as prestigious, record-wise, as Usain Bolt, the human being who can run 100 meters faster than anybody else who has ever lived. They're on the same level. That's art, yeah? Record's a record. A record's a record. Let's get on with some answers then, shall we? Let's get on with some answers. We're going to fade. Yay or nay? Yay or nay? Here we go. Here we go. And remember, I'm going to be looking for those musings at the end. Let's start with the musing, actually. If you had to be related to Cate Blanchett, what relation would you like her to be? Get it down in the comments. Get it down in the comments. Whilst we're getting them in the comments, Cate Blanchett is Australian, but was actually born in Papua New Guinea. Nay. Just made it up. Just made it up. I was surprised at how close Papua New Guinea was to Australia, and I just made it up. Sue me. It's the name of the game, guys. 1 point if you got it right. Question 2. Cate Blanchett has portrayed multiple Queens of England on film. Yay or nay, or yay or nay? Nay. Nay, Cate Blanchett. She has portrayed one Queen of England on film, Queen Elizabeth I. She has, the reason I put on film there at the end, she has voiced Queen Elizabeth II on an episode of Family Guy, the popular cartoon. So you're not going to get me on that one. On film is a nay. There we go. Question 3, or statement 3 rather. Cate Blanchett is a global beauty ambassador for Giorgio Armani. Answer, yay, she is. And I want to get this correct because the phrasing of it I found really enjoyable. This was announced in 2018 when she absorbed responsibilities for skincare and makeup in addition to her previous 2013 commitments to fragrances. That's a genuine thing that was on the internet, and it moved me. The idea that she had the commitment to fragrances. She'd made that commitment in 2013. 5 years went by, and she said, "Do you know what? I've got more bandwidth for this, so I'm going to absorb the responsibilities for skincare and makeup." It's a hard worker. It's a hard worker, it's Cate. Well done, Cate. Question 4. Cate Blanchett is the only person to win an Oscar for playing someone who won an Oscar. Yay. Yay. She played Katharine Hepburn in The Aviator. Katharine Hepburn, an Oscar winner. It's the only time that's ever happened. Isn't that fun? And the final statement. Cate Blanchett has played Elf Queen Galadriel 6 times. Yay. All of the Lord of the Rings films, all of the Hobbit films. Means very little to me. I've seen none of them. And then the musing. Let's see what we've got. T.B. Douglas would like her to be an older sister. She seems wise, supportive, and cool. Absolutely. And hardworking. She absorbed the beauty and skincare responsibilities in with her fragrance responsibilities. So she's a hard worker as well. She can teach you all about the, Killer, my third wife, wants to go wifey with it. Absolutely. Starting to think that may be why Killer chose Cate Blanchett in the first place. Maybe a little bit of a girl crush. which is absolutely fine. Sarah Kilch, great aunt, crazy and stylish, lets you stay up late and drink a little. She would, wouldn't she? She would. You'd say, great aunt Kate, could I have a little snifter of that whiskey? And she'd say, sure thing, mate. Killer with her girl Emily Blunt. Look it up. It's all that is beautiful in the world. Killer Robert Downey played Charlie Chaplin, winning an Oscar. Maybe the fact was about actual Oscars, because I believe Mr. Chaplin only won an honorary Oscar. Is that right? I mean, I really don't want to get this wrong, guys. I really don't want to get this wrong. Charlie Chaplin Oscar. Musical score. Original score in 1973. Finally realized his great contribution to the industry. That's what I'm going to say, I think. That's what I'm going to say. 1972, he receives it. Yeah, so his film Limelight won a Best Original Music Score Oscar in 1973. Gosh, you got me worried there, Killer. But this is good. This is good. You've got to question these things. You've got to question these things. It is tense, isn't it, TB? It is tense. But yeah, he got an honorary Oscar, which is, you know, I don't want to say it doesn't count, but in this instance, absolutely doesn't count. Yeah, for me, Cate Blanchett, I would like her to be my uncle, you know? And you might say that's kind of weird. She's got range. She played Bob Dylan. Here we go. Movie posters. Movie posters. Here we go. Here we go. What's this first? Well, the musing. What was the musing? Describe the movie poster for your own biopic. Get it in the chat, guys. Get that in the chat. First poster. Bish. The name of this film is Dick Tracy. Dick Tracy was the first one. Second poster was Tommy Boy. It was a film called Tommy Boy. Third poster, for all you goth teen girls of the 90s, The Craft. The Craft was the name of the film. Just shows, you know, what can happen if girls get too much self-esteem. This one, TB knows this one. TB knows this one. Dark black background with a single ball of light. Oh no, we're doing the thing. Sorry, I'm jumping ahead there. TB knows this one. It's Train Spotting. It's Train Spotting. TB didn't like it. TB didn't like it, but she knew the poster. She knew it. And that's great. And then the final one. Oh, Freddie Prinze. Freddie Prinze. Should I call you Mr. Freddie Prinze Sr.? Freddie Prinze Sr. was my father. Call me Freddie Prinze Jr. She's all that. And she is. She's absolute a vision of beauty. I mean, in my opinion, she's up there with the Cate Blanchetts and the Emily Blunts. Rachel Lee Cook. Wonderful. Wonderful performance in this. Because she's kind of arty, but then she like puts on a dress and makeup and you're like, was she like this all along? Absolutely stupendous. Stupendous stuff, guys. Musing. Describe the movie poster for your own. Dark black background with a single ball of light. That's a dramatic one, Sarah Kilch. That's a dramatic one. I like it. Would imply either a single ball of light, maybe that's a kind of a spotlight, maybe a life lived on the stage, or maybe some kind of something supernatural, perhaps. Killer, my face and a gun. Killer with Killer Kilch. That's nice. That's nice. There's a real theme with that. And there's a lot of violent movie posters out there. And I like the idea of bringing a gun into it. Just a face and a gun. It's iconic. It's iconic. You could even call it Face Gun. Brainstorming, there's no bad ideas. TB Douglas, me sat cross-legged on a comfy reading chair with an open book, a dog next to me, and a wry smile on my face. This is kind of what I'm doing now, minus the book. That's nice. That says to me, it's a kind of a very gentle, perhaps a dramedy. Perhaps a dramedy. There's some, there's some, not peril so much, but some issues, some difficulties. But on the whole, it's just a lovely, just a gentle paced film. A nice one to fall asleep to in the best way possible. I thought Tommy Boy was Black Sheep. I think, wasn't there I think that might be another one with those same people in it. So that's a tough loss. That's a tough L to take, Sarah, but an L nonetheless. Great. I'd watch all of those films. I'd watch all of those films if I saw them on Netflix or Amazon Prime or HBO. I've got HBO as well. I pay for HBO. Then I'd definitely give those a watch. Great suggestions, guys. Well done. Look close. Not me asked 3 unknowable questions. Just write one of them. Is there a God? Why are we here? And how do you talk to women? Unknowable. Impossible to discern. That was, of course, a few years ago now. I have since learned kind of how to talk to women. Doesn't mean I enjoy it that much, though. Just because you know how to do something doesn't mean it's... Notme poses the question of whether someone got paid to create a piece of art. It was worded awkwardly, but the answer was very simple. They painted it. Did you get paid to paint that? Nice and easy. What piece of clothing is Notme astonished at the size of? Shorts. I still got those shorts as well. They are a little off-coloured now because I've rubbed my hands on them too many times, but they're still going strong, still bigger than ever. Still as big as ever. Question 4, what word appears on the screen at the end of the video? Was it a trick question? No. End. That's it. That's the word that appears at the end. I'm not trying to blow your mind here, guys. Sometimes the straightforward answer is the right answer. Question 5. What room is the video shot in? You did it next to a toilet, so unless you've got a really weird living room, the bathroom. The bathroom is the answer. So 1 point for each of those correct answers. Pretty easy, I think. And what is a question that you guys don't have an answer to? What is that question? Should have done this first. That worked out quite well the first couple of rounds. TB Douglas, will I ever get my green card? In terms of is that like an immigration thing or just for craft purposes? The girl Sarah Kilch, why is the sky blue? That's a good one. I didn't have the answer to that. Is it reflecting the water? I got nothing. That's a great one. Will TB get a green card? Killer. Everybody's focused on TB's green card here. Yes, for immigration. Well, I hope you do, TB. I hope you stick around, because if you don't get to leave here, then it would probably not be as convenient a time for you to be able to watch I Am SmART. It's an important issue. Very important. I hope you're able to stay in the country and stay, not a weakling. I mean, you are a weakling, but whatever, these smarty pants? I don't know, something like that. These are great questions, guys. Musings. I think you get a point all round. I had a different one, but this is more important. It does seem important. Good luck, TB. I hope you get a green card and some green card, because, craft is fun. RT Spotlight, where is he? There he is, the little cheeky scamp. What was the musing with this one? Which actor? Get out of the way, Charlie. Which actor do you wish worked exclusively in silent films? Get it in the comments. Guys. Get it in the comments. Question 1. Which is the name of the iconic character that Chaplin played across almost all his silent films? It was, of course, the Tramp. The Tramp. Best dressed tramp I've ever seen, personally speaking. Most of the ones I see it's the shoes. Very Very rough-looking shoes. Question 2. What type of hat does Chaplin wear in the aforementioned role? We saw it there. What type of hat is that? It is, of course. Should it be multicoloured and sprayed with Lysol after each use? Yeah, it's a bowler hat. Bowling hat. Bowler hat. Humour. Question 3. What nationality was Charlie Chaplin? What nationality was he? He spent a lot of his life in America. He finished his life in Switzerland. What nationality was he? English. I will accept British. I'll accept British. I'm a fair man. 1 point for English, 1 point for British. Although I hope you didn't write both of them, because I don't think you deserve 2 points. In which of Chaplin's films did he play dual roles as Jewish Barber and Adenoid Hynkel? Not Adolf Hitler. Answer, of course, arguably his most iconic. No, not iconic, but his most successful one where he spoke. The Great Dictator. Very controversial at the time. Very controversial at the time. But I respect him for doing that, for noticing that they've both got the moustache. Yeah? They've both got the moustache. You've got to use these things, guys. It's like a celebrity impersonator. You realise you really look like a celebrity. You've got to use that. Yeah? And then the final question. How many times did Chaplin marry a teenager? The answer, of course, thrice. He married 17-year-old actress Mildred Harris in 1918. In 1924, he married 16-year-old Lita Gray, so went younger, which is a bit of a shame. And then in 1943, when Chaplin was 54, he married Una O'Neill, who was 18 years old. To be fair to them, they did stay married for the rest of his life, but still. And then which actor do you wish worked exclusively in silent films? Let's have a look. James Franco, so Sarah Kilch. He is a very expression-heavy chap with those little squinty eyes. Killer says Danny Dyer. Cockney cheeky wide boy Danny Dyer. TB Douglas says Joey Lauren Adams. Hate her voice. Not necessarily familiar with Joey. No, I am. She is the love interest in Adam Sandler's classic Big Daddy. Kind of a raspy, kind of smokery voice. It's the kind of voice that sounds like it accompanies bad breath. It accompanies a kind of a tobacco-laden breath. So I'll go with you on that one. Absolutely. Well done, guys. Points all round. For me, Sam Claflin. Saw a film with him in the other week, and I thought, just don't like the sound of him. Don't like the sound of him. Can I analyse it any further than that? No, and I don't think you should ask me to do that. Yeah, I think that's unfair of you to ask me. Final round, guys. Nart. It's almost 7. Gosh, we need to push this through. Connections. The musing was, what's your favourite national anthem? So get those ones at the ready. Question 1, what is the title of the national anthem of the USA? It is, of course, the Star-Spangled Banner. Banner. Spangled, which is a great word, but banner, maybe not such a great word. Just makes it seem like something that would be, stapled against a wall in a youth centre. Question 2. What popular Korean culinary style involves cooking meat at the table? It's Korean barbecue. That's right. Korean barbecue. Cooking it right at the table. There's a drama to it, yeah? There's a drama to it. It's like dinner theatre that you get to eat afterwards. Which actor has been nominated for Oscars for his portrayals of Chris Gardner and Muhammad Ali? It is, of course, Mr. Willard Smith, I think. Actually, don't quote me on that. Could be. I'm going to guess it's Willard Smith. Chris Gardner and Muhammad Ali. Well done, Will. Question 4. What colourful explosives were invented in China about 1000 AD. 1000 AD. Fireworks, of course. Of course it was fireworks. Of course it was fireworks. And question 5. What is the connection between answers 1 to 4? Did anybody get this? Did anybody get this? What was the connection? A couple of people going for Canada for the national anthem. 4th of July, Independence Day. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because on Independence Day... Wait, where's the answer? There we go, Independence Day. On Independence Day, you have fireworks. You eat barbecue. Ignore the Korean part. There's a lot of flags knocking around. And the film of Independence Day starred Will Smith. It's very clever. Very clever. Well done, TB, for getting that, even though you didn't get 2 of them. So Canada, a lot of people... oh, Canada. Da, 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 da. There's a nice little... what I like about the Canadian national anthem is there's that little kind of pause, a little kind of dip in it. It's all very... That's it. Oh, Canada. A nice little kind of... Oh, cat's you. Oh, Canada. Whoa. Switzerland, about trees. I like that. I like that. Swiss national anthem being about trees. That's nice. That's nice. My personal favourite, because the thing is, you know, I like the American one. I like the Canadian one, of course. But there's something, I don't want to say generic about them. But for me, I want a national anthem where you know exactly where it's from. Just from listening. It sounds like the country. And for me... this is the one. This is the one. Let's see if we can... Is that coming through? I hope it's coming through. I mean, that's Russia, isn't it? That's people with the hats. That's doing the marching. It's cold. Well, if you couldn't hear that, then that's a shame for you, because that was great. That was great. It's the Russian national anthem. Anyway, it's great. Sing it. Can't hear it. Well, I've got the lyrics here. Russia, our holy nation. Russia, our beloved country. A mighty will, great glory. These are yours for all time. Be glorious, our free motherland. I mean, I'm not really nailing the tune of it, but you get the sense from the lyrics. So that's the end. Gosh, how quickly did that go? 7:03. Not that quickly. As you're totting up your scores, I want to remind you that in this quiz, the score is only important when it comes to determining who gets to choose the yay or nay category for next week, okay? Whether or not you can say I am smart is determined entirely and exclusively by you. Do you feel like you got all the answers you could have realistically been expected to get? It's up to you guys. It's up to you. Play some music. Let's play some music while we... TB Douglas, I feel well smart. Sarah Kilch coming in with a 24. 24. Is this too loud? Killer with a 26 and TB with a 25. Gosh. Victories. Only TB saying I am smart. Killer and Sarah a little bit disappointed with their scores, and that's absolutely fine. But Killer, well smart. People going for well smart, which is a little bit colloquial. I'm not sure I'm entirely happy with that, but it's your call, Killer. Do you know what I mean? It's your call. You win. So once again, the onus falls on you to choose our category for next week's yay or nay. Sarah Kilch, you are smart, and I'm pleased to hear that. Pleased to hear that. That's wonderful. 24, 26, 25. Maybe I'm making them too easy, guys. Maybe I'm making them too easy. She does seem unbeaten. That's 2 in a row. That's 2 on the bounce. Yeah, she is on fire, Sarah Kilch. Absolutely. Killer Kilch goes with the Spice Girls, inspired, perhaps, by us learning about the Spice Girls for the countdown this week. Spice Girls, that's a great shout. That's a great shout. TB is all on board with it already. Exclamation mark and all caps. Well, that is wonderful. That is wonderful. Thank you all so much for joining me, guys. I hope you enjoyed the quiz. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned a little something. And I hope you felt creative all at the same time. I am not me. I am art. Let's turn this music off because we're going to have some other music, aren't we? I am not me. I am art. And I hope that you will join me next week. Same time. Same place. For another opportunity to say to yourself, do you know what? Those teachers were wrong. I am smart. Cheers. Best night of the week. Oh, and then the more I always forget to plug my things. Tune into the Most Week show on Sunday, where we will learn all about Independence Day through the medium of a Zoom call. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Cheers, guys.
So there we go, and well done you, whatever your score might be. I definitely think that you are smart, though prob's not as smart as me. Your art will be better, trust me on this, should be nothing short of sublime. That's why you learn, and don't stop now, I'll see you right here next time. I am smart.